This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning, I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Saturday, April 20th. A well-known Eastern Kentucky truck driver died following a crash last week. The crash happened near the Clay and Leslie County line on April 8th. James or J.D. Hacker died 2 days later. Hacker was retired but known throughout the area for his days behind the wheel. He was also known by his trucker handle, Black Stallion, but Virginia Hoskins and Deborah Fisher knew him as Dad.
If a truck was broke down on the parkway, if he was passing by and he didn't know them, he would stop and check on that driver.
Daughters say more than 800 people showed up to Hacker's funeral. As a memorial, loved ones drove their own trucks down the highway. Charges are pending against the other driver in the crash that killed Hacker. Kentucky State Police say Alfred Francis is being treated at UK, and they believe he might have been on drugs at the time of the crash. Now let's check in with meteorologist Shane Smith for a look at your forecast this morning. Shane, it's a lot chillier out there today than it was yesterday.
Definitely on the cool side this morning, Taylor, and we're going to see temperatures not really climb during the day today at all. Here's a look at the weather camera up at Whitesburg this morning, up at MCHC, and you can see plenty of clouds out there. And as we switch over to Pinpoint Doppler, a few light showers have snuck into the area near Pike County and back over through parts of Perry, not in Leslie counties. Those showers working off to the south right now, but the bigger piece of rain well off to our west, still back towards the I-65 corridor in western Kentucky. All this part of a slow moving area of upper level low pressure that's currently working its way across the region, and unfortunately going to be bringing us a lot of rain and some cooler weather today. Mid-40s is the name of the game temperature-wise right now. Good morning, London, Harlan, Hazard, Jackson. We're all checking in at 44. Same for our friends down in Middlesboro. 43 in Wise, 46 Pikeville, 47 this morning in Peaburg. And you can see temperatures staying in the 40s pretty much all day. Rain off and on. I think most of the region will start to see those showers begin to move in after about 9-10 o'clock this morning, and it will slowly push east throughout the day. The good news, though, the rain not going to stick around into Easter Sunday. We'll take a look at how that weather will affect your Easter Sunday plans coming up here in just a few minutes, Taylor.
All right, thank you, Shane. Thieves targeting first responders. Volunteer firefighters sacrifice their time and sometimes much more to protect the people in their communities. So when the fire chief of Lockards Creek Fire Department in Clay County noticed a theft at his department, he says it felt like a punch to the stomach. WYMT's Justin Case talked with the chief as he shared surveillance pictures of the man police now need your help finding.
Through ransacking through everything. Here is the surveillance system that you can tell is busted off the wall.
Fire Chief Dauber Weaver says this man stole several vehicle batteries from the fire department, then ripped one of the surveillance cameras out of the wall.
We review our surveillance system every day, and you would be surprised the people we see just walking around these buildings, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
The thief may have thought he was getting rid of video evidence, but other cameras caught him in the act. Weaver says the toughest part about this is the firefighters here are volunteers, and most of their equipment comes from donations.
I'm very angry because, that individual, the very life that, could be saved could be his, and, we could be the people he has to call on.
This is not an isolated incident. The Clay County Sheriff says there is a string of thefts throughout the county. Not long ago, a thief targeted the Horse Creek Fire Department and stole all of their surveillance cameras.
For somebody to repay what we do by turning around and stealing the camera equipment right off our building that we're just trying to protect the equipment with, it's gut-wrenching.
The man who stole the cameras from the Horse Creek Fire Department is still on the run. What he did has made catching other thieves more difficult.
It's not uncommon for me to drive up there and see fresh boot prints where they've tried to kick the door in repeatedly.
Both fire departments hoping for justice and hoping to get their equipment back.
If you think you know either of the men from the surveillance pictures, you can contact the Clay County Sheriff's Office or the Manchester Police Department. And one of the colleges in eastern Kentucky working to fight the nursing shortage in our region is the Galen College of Nursing. Last night, close to 20 students graduated from the Hazard campus, which opened about 2 years ago. This is only the third class to graduate from the campus. School officials say the school has grown tremendously. In the short time, it's been helping students reach their dreams.
We've now gone to 10 full-time faculty, 12 part-time faculty, 5 support service folks, and we now have 350 students. And again, we're continuing to hopefully meet the needs for ARH and the surrounding counties.
The program is graduating each class every 12 weeks. Ramey says 10 of the students who graduated last night have already passed their boards. Students at Floyd Central High School had worked since January to plan their 22nd annual Math Day. The 13-event competition tests student skills with numbers and technology. However, everything changed when a fallen tree knocked the power out for the entire school. Event founder and math teacher Amy Halbert says although her students did not compete yesterday, they still learned important life lessons.
And even today, when we've had a lot of snags, they're coming out and they're stepping up and doing things and working out situations, troubleshooting.
Nearly 150 middle school students in Floyd County compete in the event. Electricity was restored to the building after a few hours. Amy Halbert says they hope to reschedule Math Day for later this month. And a Floyd County man faces dozens of charges related to child pornography. Police arrested Kyle McFadden following an undercover investigation. State troopers say he uploaded sexual images of children online. Investigators took electronics from his home during a search warrant. They charged McFadden with 50 counts of possession of a matter portraying a minor in a sexual performance. And deputies in Perry County say a complaint by social services landed a woman behind bars Thursday. Here's a look at what they found. It included cash, scales, and other items. Police say Dorothy Abner had nearly 4 ounces of meth and marijuana with her. She faces meth and marijuana charges. And in Laurel County, a man is now facing drug charges. Deputies say they were conducting drug investigations around Lick Fork Road just east of London. That's when they found 32-year-old Matthew Jackson inside a camper. They say he had 2 glass pipes with white residue on them and scales. He's charged with possession of drug paraphernalia. And police say a man is now in the Clay County Detention Center after setting a truck on fire that damaged a store. The sheriff sent us this security video. They say it helped them find Hill on an ATV at a nearby car wash. Deputies charged Hill with criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, and menacing. Students in Barberville got quite the surprise earlier this week as they were heading home from a soccer game. School staff say the middle school boys soccer team was driving back from a game on the Whitley County campus when they hit U.S. Highway 25 West. That's when a turkey flew up into the windshield. Students say the noise scared them at first.
At first, since none of us knew what it was kind of scary, but after we figured out it was a turkey, we kind of got a crack out of it.
Yeah. It's unclear if the turkey survived. And while academic and sports achievements are commonly celebrated in area high schools, many do not realize the technical achievements students are making here in the mountains. Lucas Justice, senior at Pike County Central High School, spends 6 of his 7 classes at Belfry Area Technology Center. He said the center's welding program gives him a peace of mind that he can't explain. That passion has earned him 2 consecutive first-place victories at the State Skills USA competition. Justice said planning for the future is also a contributing factor to his passion for welding.
Even I didn't understand when I started this the kind of opportunities that came from these skills, like skilled trades. It's unbelievable the amount of money that you can make doing this.
Justice will compete next weekend for a $10,000 scholarship and will represent the state during a national competition in June. And with Easter weekend comes many traditions. For the past 25 years, people in Harlan County celebrate Good Friday by hosting a Way of the Cross walk around town. WYMT's Lauren McCourt talked with the daughter of the woman who started it all.
Egg hunts, Sunday morning service, and family cookouts are all different types of Easter celebrations people here in the mountains do year after year.
It was a tradition that she was familiar with from Louisiana, where she came from.
But around 25 years ago, Dawn Nunez brought one of her favorite traditions to Harlan County.
I think about the many phone calls that my mom made to coordinate it and all the things that she had to do to prepare for this event.
On Good Friday, Nunez, along with others in the community, would walk around downtown Harlan.
We begin with Jesus being sentenced to die,
making 10 different stops to read scripture about the resurrection of Jesus Christ,
all the way until he's laid in the tomb.
After Nunez passed, her daughter Donnell Burso wanted to continue the tradition her mother began.
I know that she has to be smiling down to see that we've continued something that she began, something that means so much to people in our community.
With more and more people attending each and every year,
she broke down a lot of barriers by inviting people from all denominations to join in this celebration.
Burso is grateful that her mother started a tradition that touches so many lives in Harlan County. Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
Coming up on Mountain News this morning, after the devastating fire at the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, visitors to an Iowa museum are flocking to see a mini replica. We'll tell you what it's made of coming up next. And later in sports, another Wildcat has declared for the NBA draft. Find out what he had to say coming up.
Soggy Saturday is in store for Eastern Kentucky, but will the rain affect your Easter Sunday plans? Find out after this.